We're nearing the 3-week mark since 10 inmates escaped the Orleans Parish Jail, and 2 of the fugitives are still on the run, Antoine Massey and Derrick, and the search for them is seeming to prove a bit harder than the search for the first 8. I spoke with an expert, the president of the National Association of Fugitive Recovery, and he says for most of the escaped inmates, especially the first 5 who were caught all within city limits, it seems like they didn't really have much of a plan once they left the jail. He says it was more so an escape of opportunity, but for the last 2, it can get a bit harder to find them. He says in the medium term, if these escaped inmates aren't found within the first few days, they often get more resources, more help, better transportation, and it can be several months of them on the run before they're caught. But he says eventually they'll slip up. Now, he saw, as I'm sure most of you saw, that video of a person claiming to be Antoine Massey begging for help, and now we know law enforcement raided that house. They didn't find Massey, but they say they found some of the clothes that person was wearing in the video. Now, our expert Chuck Jordan says that Massey, especially because of that video and social media, is probably not far. He says he's probably still within city limits, but he says as for Derrick, especially since we haven't seen or heard from him in these past 3 weeks, it might be a little bit harder to find him, and there's really no telling as to where he is. But again, he says eventually time and law enforcement will catch up to them.